Have you ever seen a child with eyes that hold too much wisdom, a solemnity beyond their years? This isn't just maturity, it's a silent alarm, signaling a childhood that's been subtly, tragically stolen. We're diving deep into the profound psychology of a child who grew up too fast, exploring a phenomenon more common and devastating than you might imagine. What are the telltale signs, often invisible to the untrained eye, that a child is bearing an adult's burden? We'll peel back the layers to reveal the initial impact, the subtle erosion of playfulness, and the early whispers of anxiety that replace carefree laughter. Prepare to confront the stark reality of how innocence can evaporate, leaving behind a profound psychological void. This journey will challenge your perceptions of childhood itself, uncovering the hidden sacrifices made and the precious joy irrevocably lost when responsibility eclipses youth.
But why does this happen? What insidious forces conspire to push a child into the treacherous currents of premature adulthood? This act uncovers the often heartbreaking origins, from the chaos of parental conflict and emotional neglect to the crushing weight of economic hardship forcing a child into an early provider role. We'll examine the profound impact of chronic illness in the family, where a child becomes a primary caregiver, or the burden of being an emotional support animal for an unstable parent. These aren't choices, they are circumstances that dictate a path no child should walk alone, forcing them to adopt roles far beyond their emotional capacity. Get ready to confront the harsh truths behind these stolen childhoods, revealing the profound, complex reasons young minds are forced to grow up before their time, carrying a silent, heavy weight of unearned responsibility.
The moment a child assumes adult responsibilities, their internal world shatters. What are the immediate, terrifying psychological consequences? We're talking about a fractured sense of self, a pervasive anxiety that gnaws at their core, and an unrelenting perfectionism born from an inability to simply be. Imagine a child who never learned to play, only to perform, constantly vigilant and hyper-responsible, sacrificing their own needs for others. This act dives deep into the emotional battlefield within, where repressed emotions manifest as explosive outbursts, profound withdrawal, or an overwhelming, crippling sense of responsibility for everything and everyone. Discover the direct, devastating impact on their developing identity, their burgeoning relationships, and their fundamental capacity for joy. The immediate aftermath is a landscape of complex emotions, maladaptive coping mechanisms, and deeply etched wounds that demand urgent understanding. The wounds inflicted by a premature adulthood don't simply vanish with age. They fester, casting long, dark shadows into adult life. How does growing up too fast manifest decades later? We'll explore the painful reality, an intense difficulty with trust, a paralyzing fear of vulnerability, and profound struggles in forming authentic, intimate relationships. The adult who grew up too fast often carries an invisible burden, battling chronic burnout, an overwhelming sense of responsibility, and a relentless internal critic that never quiets. This act will expose the insidious long-term echoes of their past, revealing how deeply ingrained these patterns become, leading to identity crises, emotional numbness, and a persistent feeling of being fundamentally other. Their quest for genuine connection and their true self becomes a lifelong, often lonely battle.
Is there an escape from this painful cycle? Absolutely. And this final act illuminates the path towards profound healing and reclamation. We'll discuss the transformative power of therapy, particularly trauma-informed and attachment-based approaches, and the crucial importance of radical self-compassion. Imagine finally giving yourself permission to play again, to set healthy boundaries without guilt, and to mourn the childhood that was tragically lost.
It's about reparenting oneself, allowing space for vulnerability, processing grief, and building new, healthier narratives about self-worth and belonging. Discover how these incredibly resilient individuals can finally shed the heavy cloak of premature adulthood, fostering self-acceptance and stepping into a future where they can truly thrive. It's not just recovery, it's a profound journey of self-discovery, integration, and embracing genuine wholeness.